I bet. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Petty Podcast, man. We got a couple interesting topics tonight. Uh, Black families. Is Lori Harvey wife material? What was the other one?
Man, Black Family, Lord Harvey, and
Oh, what do we consider? What do you consider wife material?
yeah,
I was
what you
wondering,
consider
like
wife
both of those
to
got kind of
yeah.
put together on that one for a minute. I have to get right for a minute. But yeah, man, those are the topics for tonight, man. We definitely want to discuss this. Like I said, it was a podcast. We're gonna come here and talk about these topics. We're not here to offend nobody. We just simply observing things that we've been seeing going on in the world. Um, we just here to talk about them, man. P, you want to go ahead and start with this whole Lori Harvey situation? How you feel about that? What you see going on?
Yeah, yeah, man, I just want to address some of the stuff that's been going on social media. Um this kind of like this kind of like vicariously living through Lori Harvey that women seem to be doing, because it's almost like they defending Lori Harvey, but it gets personal, and you almost kind of think it's something that's going on with them, as if they're like I'm every woman type type of mess. Like they feel what Lori Harvey is feeling, and so they see themselves in Lori Harvey, so they just responding in a way as if I'm talking to them instead of using Lori Harvey as an example. So yeah, but what you think about that? I know you've been on the post. What you been thinking about that?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's just interesting. I mean, what's funny is like at the end of the day, it really don't matter how I feel about it, what I think about it. I mean, she's still going. The niggas still gonna date her if they want to date her. She's still gonna have access to certain people, just based off who she is. But like, my main thing is like, I just don't see why she a celebrity. Like, has she ever like acted before or anything like that, or like,
I
thing?
mean, other than being, Steve Harvey's daughter, she's a model. She's an international model. She's
Oh, okay, so
she
she modeled and shit before. Okay, I can see how.
I mean, she signed up with a few modeling agencies around the globe. I
Oh,
wouldn't
that's what's
say
up.
that she was like a top model or anything, but yeah, she's a registered model. Um, so yeah, so that's what she was doing, before.
Mm.
Nobody really knew her outside of,
Oh,
Steve Harvey's daughter, to
okay,
be
okay.
accurate, stepdaughter. So, but yeah, it's the post that I put up. What was the post that got a lot of people? What did I say? We got a lot of people like on it.
I think it was talking about wife material. Is she wife material? I think it
Right,
was something. I don't know,
right.
man. You be putting up. It'd be a lot of stuff, bro. I be
So
having time. I like to go and read in the comments.
yeah, so
Discussions be interested in the comments, man.
it started off by me saying that she isn't wife material. That's what I said. And I was like, I said it, Steve Harvey, like, and I kind of tagged Steve Harvey in one of Lori Harvey's like
Oh,
the
you wow.
accounts, but it's not. I don't believe she owns the account. Somebody is trying to be Lori Harvey and trying to make up an account, because there's a bunch of Lori Harvey accounts on Facebook.
Really?
But I just tagged one of them just to kind of put it out there. Um so Sarah D said, oh yeah, she kind of put it out there that she doesn't want marriage. Look, show me the clip. uh I wish you could post clips in there, but show me the clip where she says she doesn't want marriage at all. I'm trying to find that clip, because if we can find that clip, I listen. It's cool, and it's cool if she doesn't want marriage. That's not it. I mean, that's not really what I'm saying. What I'm saying is she ain't marriage material, whether she want it or not. You know what I'm saying? it's easy to just brush it off when you not something and say, "Oh, I don't want that anyway." Like me, I'm not a football. I mean, I played football, but I'm not no like top tier football player. You
I mean,
know?
I get what Sierra saying, man. I get what she understand, but I think
Yeah,
sometimes, like from a female's perspective, like I get what you're saying. Like maybe she doesn't want marriage right now, but I mean, I think the whole concept is what kind of goes over some of the ladies' heads sometimes. Is like, well, I mean, the marriage is up to the man. So I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, she may not want it right now, but I mean, she's not going to get that until she demonstrates a certain type of behavior, anyways.
right,
You
right,
know what I'm saying?
and
So
and that's
he's the one that has to get down and on the knee and propose to her. She's not gonna be the one to buy the ring and get down and propose. It's gonna be him. So I
right,
mean,
and that's
and
what
then the things, her actions, and from previous relationships are things that men pay attention to.
and
I mean,
and
that's
that
all I'm saying.
and that's what I was saying. I'm saying like, she's not wife material. I'm not saying that she can't turn some things around, but it's almost to a point where if she doesn't be careful, she's almost at a point
Yeah,
of
it
no
ain't. It's not
return.
gonna matter. That's what.
Right.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I feel I be seeing a lot of ladies saying that, and I get it. Like, she don't want marriage right now. Cool, but like, the things that she's doing right now are gonna make it hard for her for when she does.
And I said
And then
like this,
also,
bro. Hold on. I said, let me
like,
speak to that real quick, bro.
you know what
Like
I'm saying?
like
I
you
don't
just
know. That's just my perspective on it,
like you
man. You know
just
what
like
I'm
you just said, bro. But see,
saying?
what we have to realize, whatever we sow in this season is what we will reap in the next season. So in this season of her life, she might be, oh, I'm chilling, I'm cool, I'm cooling right now. Okay, cool. But be careful about what you do in this season, because be careful what you sow, because you're gonna reap what you sow in the next season. So it's like it's almost like somebody not taking school seriously. And in this season they at school, but then when it's time for the test, they they're going to only reap what they sow. You see what I'm saying? So it's really was saying that in this season of her life, the way she's moving, the way what she's doing, she is not wife material. I'm not saying that she can't learn some things in the future. And I speaking of future, but she can't learn some things in the future. But
I just caught on what you said, boy. You wild.
what I'm saying is that it's gonna be kind of hard to like bounce back for some of the things that she's doing right now. And she's an international superstar per se, but when you look at her as an example, we're talking about regular people like you and me, bro. Like the regular women that we come across in our day-to-day walk, in our day-to-day life. They're not Lori Harvey, and they can't. And then some of them try to move like her and emulate her. And I'm like, you can't move like that around regular guys, because it's a different type of mindset and attitude when you walking down the red carpet and you're famous, to where you're just a regular person and you just
Yeah, I was just
around a
responding
regular
to the
town.
that
Mhm.
comment. See, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm saying the name right, but uh, I don't know. You got to read
But
it. Yes, us women look at men in the same perspective. Does he have kids, or how many baby moms, etc.? Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I
right,
think sometimes we're like the misunderstanding comes is like we're judged differently in regards to like being a good uh partner or mate. Like, me as a man, I'm not gonna be judged on the things that you would as a woman. Yeah, I mean, I get it, it's double standards, but like that's the world we live in. The difference is the men like at an early age we learn to like accept these double standards, and we just learn to work around them, as opposed to like the ladies just want to like kind of argue with us about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like even us, me and you going back and forth is not gonna change like what it already is. You feel me? Like we're not gonna be judged. We're judged on things differently
yeah, but and
because we're
and
not the
and I do,
same.
and I want to address what kind of happens, because what kind of happens is women will get on a post and say, well, oh, that's not every man, and that's that, every man don't think pretty much the same. Look, men think the same in general, just like women think the same in general. Of course there's variations to the thing, but it's the same thing. I give example of this. It's it People who eat chicken, there are a whole bunch of different ways to eat chicken, different variations of how you can prepare chicken. But at the end of the day, when you bite inside the chicken, it's chicken. You see what I'm saying? And you can recognize that it's chicken. Same thing. Women are women, men are men. There are variations. There's different things that people might like or people might feel or different ways. But at the end of the day, in general, we're just human beings at the end of the day. So that's really what I want to say. Like people be trying to pick out, what, oh, it might be that person. Well, how has it been working out for you? Have you been attracting this mysterious type of man or whatever? It's why is it all selective? Because if I said to a woman, well, women like a man that would protect them and stand up for them, and women would be like, yeah, 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 mm-hmm. And if I tell them, hey, well, you like a man that provide for you, and provide things and are able to provide. And women will say, But I do the other way around and say men want women that will do this. Oh, that's not every man. It's you see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like I don't get
yeah,
that,
yeah.
man. Like they turn it around. Like I'm like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
bro.
So it's
Yeah,
just
it's
like
funny.
it's just it's just what I'm saying is that people have to realize that men are generally the same and women are generally the same. And if we get that concept and we hold to that, we'll be able to navigate relationships better. We'll be able to navigate our futures better when it comes to the opposite sex. But if we keep trying to gaslight men, we keep trying to say, it's not all men, you can't be speaking for all men. And it's like you can speak for all women when it's favorable, but when it kind of not favorable and it kind of challenges you to kind of grow a little bit, it's
Yeah,
like,
it's a
oh,
problem.
it's not all men, it's not all women. Now you can't speak for anybody. Well, I can't speak for everybody, I only can speak for myself. You were just speaking for everybody 10 minutes ago when it was favorable, but now it's not favorable, you can only speak for yourself. And this is what I'm saying. All this circle of talk, we can't get anywhere like that as human beings, as the
Oh,
quote
I got a
unquote.
good question.
Go ahead.
Sierra just asked a good question. She said, "Do men want a woman who can provide?" I mean, I know men say they don't care about money, but what about when hard times come? Wouldn't the man be expecting her to help? I mean, yeah, I mean, but you know, I mean, that's a good question though. But like, I think, I think what a lot of the ladies, one thing, let me say one thing that I want to like make sure I'm showing my daughters, because I have two daughters. Like, yeah, I want them to be strong, but and go get your coins. But I think I've noticed is starting to show here, like through stats, not just like my personal opinion, but like they focus more on career than family, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It puts you in a better position financially. But I think when you look at it on like a grander scheme, like family matters more.
Yeah, it does
So
because go ahead.
I feel like a lot of young ladies are being pushed to be like career degrees, be a boss and get your coins, and like all that's great. But like at the same time, the further you move up in that workforce, like the men that you would prefer to date become your competition or your peers. And like when they look at you, they see colleague, not like wife. You know what I'm saying? Not to say you're not, but like I hope that analogy makes sense.
Right.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
get what you're saying. Like when hard times come, yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty. I think that makes perfect sense. I mean, obviously, he would expect you to help him, but
Yeah. I mean,
at the same
his
time, no woman is gonna want a man that's not
pro-
able to provide.
or
I mean, that's what it
productive.
boils down to.
There, no woman wants a unproductive man. And but to speak to your point, Sarah D, what we do want a woman to be able to
I
hold
hope
us
it made
down.
sense what I was saying.
Yeah, it makes perfectly sense, bro. Perfect sense. Like you- we do want our women to be able to hold it down. We don't want women that can't do things. You see what I'm saying? We don't want like just a body there. You see what I'm saying? We want you to be able to bring something to the table. Like you're supposed to be our helpmate. You see what I'm
But
saying?
I
You
think like I didn't mean to cut you off, Pete, but I
go ahead.
think when like nowadays, like if you and it's real interesting, like you'll watch, I see it on social media a lot, right? You'll like you'll hear the ladies, they'll hear that question like a man like be like, what do you bring to the table? And like the first thing they start naming is like career or oriented. Like they start naming off the like their accomplishments from their career, and like all that's great, but like none of that necessarily makes you a good like partner. You feel me? Or like a good like none of that necessarily shows that like you would be a good wife. You know, from like the man's like I feel like most guys would want, you know, when they're looking for a wife, they would be thinking like nurturing, caring, you know, good with children, uh, you know what I'm saying, focus on family. But like in this day and age, more often than not, I'm not saying all, but more often than not, when a man asks a lady what she brings to the table, she starts naming off like her education or like her accolades and like but it's funny because like they literally end up describing a man.
Right,
Does that if that makes sense?
right, right.
You know, that like I got this degree, you know, I got a master's, I got a good paying job, I got my own house, own car, and like all that's great. I'm not trying to downplay it, so please don't understand. Like misunderstood what I'm saying, but like that's like describing a like stable a man that's financially stable, you know. So when like you hear the man actually like, hey, what will you bring to the table? It's like what they're looking for is more is like, oh, I'm very nurturing, you know, I'm very supportive of my partner, I care about family. You know, those are the things that make you more desirable for a man that's like looking for a wife. You know what I'm saying? The other way it sounds like more of I'm looking for like a business partner,
Yeah,
if that makes sense. I don't
yeah,
know. I don't know
man.
if it makes
Yeah,
sense or not, but I'm trying to.
and that's what it is, man. We if and it's crazy because in this day and age, men are comparing notes with one another publicly. It's crazy because we didn't do that before. Now we're doing it publicly.
Yeah, the ladies
If
don't like that. They don't
and
like it though.
they
They're
don't
not
like
used
it,
to
but
it.
see, but the smart ones would,
Are
because
just taking notes and
they
making
all they had
adjustment
to
and they
do it
winning.
right, and then they winning. All they had to do is
Yeah,
take
bro.
notes, and they don't have to
Instead of
tell.
fighting
They
it.
don't even have to
Yeah.
tell anybody they taking notes. They could just be
No, but
taking
that's what I'm
right.
saying. It's
They
like
could
the
just
cheat
be
code
quiet,
right there.
take notes. They get the cheat code to men. Men are comparing notes and saying what they like in women and saying, "Hey, this type of woman, nah, we ain't gonna do that."
You know,
Yeah,
that's one thing I laugh about, bro. It's like they're like, I see ladies, some ladies, they be like, oh, I'm tired of hearing men talk about women. It's like, well, what do y'all want us to do? Like, we don't sit around and talk about like dudes don't sit around and talk about each other. That's like not what we do. We don't.
yeah,
I don't care what cuz down the. I'm more interested in like what the females got going on. You
right.
feel
That's
me?
what I'm
Like I
saying.
don't
They don't
care. Like
understand that single men. That's what single men do. Like single women, they'll talk about females all the time. Did you see, girl? Did you see how
yeah, I don't care
she
what
was
bro. I
dressed
don't care
and
what
how
cuz of them doing down there,
what
bro.
she
They
was
ain't got nothing
doing?
to
Blah
do
blah
with me,
blah
bro.
blah. We don't do that as men. We sit around and talk about women.
I want to know what the ladies got going on. You
Right.
feel me?
So
Like,
that's what we do. We're literally comparing notes in public. That's what we doing. And
but
y'all
we
getting
weren't doing
tired of.
that before,
We
and
weren't
that's
doing that
why
before.
men were
Yeah.
always like behind, always like a step behind. But it ain't that way no more.
Yeah, ain't that way no more. And so
Nah.
that's what it is. Men are comparing notes. And if you are wise, you don't even got to tell anybody
Yeah, they
that
give
you
you the
taking
playbook.
notes. We giving you the playbook. All you got to do is take down little notes and tweak some things. It's gonna take some changing. It's gonna take
Yeah.
some, bending a little
It's
bit.
just wild. Pete, it's just
You
wild, bro. Because they're like I've seen for years. I was seeing ladies being like, I don't understand men. I don't know what they want. They don't never communicate, and now they are communicating. They don't, and they're like, y'all talk about us too much. I'm like, well, y'all, which one do you want? Cause you
yo,
feel me?
bro. Hey,
You
give
want him to
me
not say nothing? Like he's telling you now you don't like it, but then if you shut up, y'all gonna be like, well, you don't talk enough. I don't get it, bro. Yeah, I don't care, bro. I don't care, bro. I mean, it's a free space, man. Ain't you know? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Hold on. I guess I can't see him, man. Go ahead, man. Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah, everybody can talk. This ain't one of them rooms where we finna be yelling and screaming at each other and all that. I mean, we ain't gonna. I mean, y'all might get heated through discussion, but
yeah, we definitely have a little fun, but as far as that, say speak your mind. There's
Yeah,
no
it's
hate
cool.
here. There's definitely no hate
Nah,
here. You free to say what you got to say. So
the
if you want to
title's more
come,
of the title's more of an attention grabber. Okay, it's a podcast. We got to get you in the room.
right,
But I
exactly,
mean, we are going to talk about more topics, but this is like,
right.
you feel me, the main thing we
But
really
yeah, but to really
discuss.
to really hit on the topic, bro. Um, I pretty much was saying that Lori Harvey is not marriage material. And I say that I don't say that lightly. I don't say that because she's um dating because she's dating. So people got on my post and said, "Oh, you saying that because what's wrong with going on dates?" I didn't say
Nah, ain't
anything
nothing
with
wrong with
ain't
that.
nothing wrong with going on dates. It's about who you dating and the decisions that you make on who you date. See, men look at we calculate things real far in the future. We don't just live quote unquote day by day. Our minds could be somewhere else in the future, and we're living today. What we do is we see how a woman moves. If we're interested in her, we see how a
Yeah, you
woman
gonna
moves.
pay attention to the
We're gonna
pattern,
pay
man.
attention to the patterns. If she dates certain people, we be like, she got bad decision making skills. She not she, is she going if she dating him, but if she gets me, what's gonna happen if this goes south? Is she gonna go back to any dude because her decision
Mhm.
making skills? Is does she know how to um does she know how uh to really make decisions in a dire situation? We look at all these things. So it's about who she's dating. It's about who she's spending her time with. It's about what she says too. We pay attention what women say, really. And it's crazy because we get flack of not listening to women, but no, that's how men get women, because we listen to them. We listen to what they
Yeah, you
want.
have to. You
That's
ain't gonna
how
get no
that's
choice.
and that's how a lot of dudes manipulate women too, because they listen to women and they act like they something that they not, that women want. And that's how women get played. So men, good and bad, listen to women all across the board. And what we do is what we saying is that if women start listening to men, that shows that if she's a type of woman that does that by her speech, it shows that she is willing to be led by a man. It shows
Or
that,
one that she seems deems worthy of.
right, of course, yeah. But she is already prone
But
to
that
do
goes
that.
both ways. You feel me? Like it's like, in today's world, it's like they expect, even society, they push it on TVs too. Like they expect a man to like chase. What blows my mind is like they expect the man to chase the female, but yeah, we're the ones that have to buy the ring and then get down on our knee and propose. Like, why should I? You know what I'm saying? That I don't know. That concept just doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
You
I
feel me? It's
mean,
like,
I think because men are hunters for first place, but I don't think, I think the world has kind of changed a little bit, and the reason why men need to kind of reciprocate energy when it comes to dealing with women is because there's a lot of games that are being played, that women are teaching other women to play
well,
games.
hypergamy, man.
Right. That too, but they're playing games as well. You got people that's teaching how to be sugar babies. We got channels and echo
I mean, you
chambers
could say
teaching
that about the
people
dude.
how
You could
to.
say that about the dudes too. You feel me?
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, they
But it
they
gets
doing the
high
same
when the
thing.
men, when men and stuff like that, it gets highlighted. But the ladies
So
kind of just get like a slap.
right,
You know
so
what I'm saying?
men
A
are
slap on the
wising
wrist.
up nowadays. They're not
Yeah, you
saying, "Wait
got
a
to.
minute, I'm not about to get played, so I'm gonna play it wisely." Like women have to give me this, match my energy. If she not matching my energy, she might be playing with me. So that's why it's so important to date with intention. And I posted this earlier today. I said a woman that is not um a woman that is not what did I say today? I was like, okay, yeah, I said a woman that is not intentional in dating is more likely to be played with, or to
Oh
be
yeah,
or to
definitely,
be
man.
passed
But
around.
but like I said, one thing I noticed was like society, like they like promote that, and I get it. They're like, oh, date around, but it's like I don't think they explain the dark side of that. You feel me? Like we handle dating and interactions differently. Men and women handle that differently. For guys, it's not a problem to like talk to multiple women and like deal with multiple women. I'm not saying it's okay, but it doesn't affect us the same way that it does, a lady if she were to go out and date and sleep with multiple different men. Like, cause you end up just building all this trauma up from a whole bunch of dudes that didn't matter anyway. So then when you finally do meet a guy that you feel is like worthy of marrying, you bringing in all this trauma from all these niggas that didn't matter in the first place. You feel me? Now, the man that you really like and want to marry, he's got to sort through all that baggage and trauma, and if he can't do it, then he's not a real man. Like it's just crazy, bro.
Yeah, and it's
Why
it's
not just like the little nerdy guy that don't nobody pay attention to? Like, why not just
talk to him. And
yes,
some women
you ain't got to compete for
and
him,
very
but
right, a very small number of women do that. But see, here's the problem. Here's the
that's
kicker
like the
here.
secret
Hold
formula right there. You
hold
feel me?
on.
That's what I'm gonna teach my daughters. Like,
Here's the kicker though. Here's the kicker.
don't be trying to. But that's what I'm telling my daughters, Pete. Don't don't walk past don't walk past Clark Kent every day looking for Superman.
Ooh. But here's the problem though.
Does that make sense? What I'm saying? No, that's what
It
happens
makes
every day.
perfect sense, bro. But see, here's the
You
kicker.
walk around all day looking for Superman, but you pass Clark Kent. Clark Kent standing right there. You walk
Right
past
there.
around every day.
Right there. And that's a good analogy, bro. But here's the kicker. Here's what women have to train themselves in doing.
I don't know. That's just how I feel, but it's
This is
wild.
this is what they have to train themselves. But see, the nerdy Clark Kent, remember he was bumping into things, blah blah blah. Some women will get bored with that type of dude. Women have to train themselves how to entertain themselves through boredom. But see, that's a whole nother conversation.
But what's crazy is like but see, social media promotes a whole different thing. Like they think like a lot of guys think this too. They think like the good relationship is like you taking all these trips and y'all going here and y'all both got the flashy car and he done bought you the biggest ring and y'all just all pop like y'all the it couple and like that's not how that shit really goes. You feel me? Like if y'all stable and really like it's not always gonna be exciting cause you feel me? And if it's like I don't know, social media just really makes I would say expectations like crazy, bro. You feel me? Like people have
Yeah.
these unrealistic ass
What
expectations.
but that's the thing too. And what you're speaking to is lifestyle. Women a lot of women want to get married today to a lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? So they can kind of flex. It's kind of crazy because it's like when you're married and you have kids and you're married, that's a flex today.
Yeah,
Like back
yeah,
in
I
the
feel
day
you.
in the 60s, man, there wasn't no flex. Everybody was married. There
Yeah, it
ain't
was
no
like the
flex.
normal thing
Right,
to
that's a
do.
normal thing that's a normal thing
Yeah.
to be. Like, yeah, we all got families. We all, raising our kids together. Like this is, what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Now today it's a flex. And it's like it's kind of crazy because I really want black women to win so badly. But they
Hmm.
gotta pay attention, gotta listen to what we saying, man. Because if they win, we all win. Like I've always said, like
Yeah.
I want to see them have families. I want to see them get married. I want to see them when everybody go to mommy and be like, mommy, mommy, mommy. And then she be like, go speak to your dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah, he right there.
he's right there, he's down the room. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And kids love to go to their mom, and
But
I
it's just
want to
crazy,
see
bro.
that.
It's
It's
crazy, bro. It
beautiful.
bothers me too, bro. How much like that dynamic has changed, like opposed to, I was saying like the '60s. I think we used to be married. Black people used to be married like over. I think almost like 60% of the time we were
No, it's
married.
85%,
It was
bro.
85.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That was that prior to the what was that prior to the feminist movement, right?
Right, right. And guess what happened? Guess what happened, bro?
The government they threw the government benefits
Right.
in our
But
society,
let's
and then
let's fast forward. Where are we at
yeah,
right
see, bro,
now?
you see,
Especially in
bro,
our community,
mm-hmm.
where are we at? Where are women married today? 26%, 25%.
Man, it's crazy.
Men are married 33%. The men are married in the black community. That's what I'm saying. Like we went from 85 to 20 something percent. That three or four women won't will die
I'll check
alone.
see if anybody is anybody had any questions or anything because we just been going. I
Yeah.
checked on this end.
Yeah, I've been checking on this and people been
All right,
coming
bet.
through listening, but they ain't been really commenting. But
All right,
they've
bet.
been coming through
I just
listening.
don't want nobody somebody say something. I don't want to feel left out on the discussion and man.
Right.
Cause, but
And
yeah, bro, it's just I don't know, bro. It's just crazy, bro. Like
I just think
how much
that's
people pour into celebrities and like want to be like them. And, like them people don't
right.
give a fuck about us, man.
Right. And it's like you can't live that life. And I know we had a discussion earlier today, bro. You and I had a discussion about how how women sometimes present themselves on social media just on their profile pic. Like I could literally go through a social media someone's social media, female social media, and just go through their profile pic, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, she doesn't even know what she's doing. She
Well,
doesn't
man,
even
you
know what
say that,
she's
and that's the thing.
projecting.
Like you said that about anybody, but it's like if you say it about a female, it's like you're being hateful. You
Right.
feel me?
Like I
But
could say
like
it by a
anybody,
dude. Like I see a dude, he'll have his pants
people
sagging.
gonna judge
He'll
you.
have
Like that's
he'll
just gonna
have
that's life, bro. People
he'll
gonna
have
judge you.
money showing
Simple
up
as that.
in the air. And I'm just like, bro, you don't even know what you
That's
doing.
some clown shit.
I mean, but he trying to play the game. He trying to really bait people, women. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And then I could go through women profile and be like, Charlotte, listen, is this what you want to? I can tell. I can even tell them, hey, is this what you want to project? And they'll say, nah. But I'm like, this is what you projecting. Oh, how you say that? It's not all men. Some men is gonna see the value through
Nah,
the
he
way I.
not,
I'm
bro.
like, no, he's
He
not.
gonna hit
I'm
it.
like, well, okay, let's go with that. How's it been going for you? What kind of dudes are in your inbox currently?
You
How's your
big fuck
last few
boy.
dates been going? Let's really hold it to the fire. Let's talk about it for real. Like, how's it been going for you? You saying that, oh, some magic mythical dude is gonna find you that is different than every dude that don't think nothing like dude. He don't even he don't he can pee in a different room than the actual toilet. Like he's a mythical dude. You see what I'm saying? Like since you he that
I
some
don't
dude
know,
is
man.
gonna
I feel
look
like they really
past
be
you.
thinking like they. I don't know. I think sometimes they really think dudes don't really care or really pay attention to it.
Yeah,
I
we
think
do.
they
Like
be
we really we're detail oriented and we pay attention to a lot of things. We might act like we don't, so we can quote unquote have the upper hand, but that's a whole different story. I can give you game. I can give you game. But what happens is dudes pay attention. They we like the little things too. Just like women say, "Oh, I like the little things." Yeah, dudes like the little things too. We pay attention to what your social media look like. We pay attention to what you say on social media, what you post all about relationships on social media, and we already put you in a category. You got two categories. You either a fun girl or you a serious relationship. And this is
yeah, it
where
goes one
and
or
this
two
is where I
ways.
bring it back to Lori Harvey. Men look at Lori Harvey. Yes, they will date her. You know why? Because she looks like a fun girl. She doesn't look
Yeah,
like a serious relationship right now. She looks like a
but
fun
ain't
girl.
after how I played out with Michael B, ain't nobody gonna try and really
Right.
wife her like
Michael,
that. If they do,
I to me
more power
personally,
to 'em.
and it's gonna be hard to hear, me personally, bro, Michael B might have been her last lifeline.
Maybe.
She should have took it. But see,
You said she should have just.
she should have took it because think about it. Who wants to be a millionaire? Sometimes you be like, dang, I should have took that lifeline. And then guess what? The next question, you lost the question, and then you lost the chance to get
Hey
a
man,
million
that's life.
dollars.
That's life though, bro. I
But
mean,
that's life, right? That's life.
yeah.
But it's like, dang, it's like she's such a beautiful
She could have
woman,
really won. I think she could.
bruh.
She could have really won on that. And
But
long,
see,
and like
but
as far
see,
as
she think, but see, this is the thing. This is why we say her mentality is not, she's not wife material because her mentality, because this is what happens. Oh, when you
that
get
wall
somebody
gonna
like
catch up on
Michael,
you.
when you mess around with somebody like Michael B. Jordan, you can't say nothing bad about Michael B. Jordan. The only thing you can say bad about Michael B. Jordan and that
Maybe he
that
kind
he
of a square, or
no,
something
he
like
not a
that.
square either. The only thing,
Well, I mean,
oh,
they
let me
could
tell you
though. I
what.
mean,
No,
he
let me.
cuts, but
No, he no square.
I'm just being real, bro. The way
Let,
you know what I'm saying.
let me tell you what they can say. This is the only bad thing they can say about Michael B. Jordan. That in Black Panther, the first Black Panther movie, he played a bad guy. That's the only bad thing they can say about Michael B. Jordan. Other than that,
I mean,
up and
But
up,
see, that's
bro.
the thing. Like they don't. A lot of people
He
they don't
not
really like them.
he not talking to a lot of different women. He not moving crazy. He moving
I
real
know that's
smart.
boring.
He, you know
That's
what I'm saying?
boring, cuz.
But
That's
see,
boring,
but
cuz.
that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Women have to train themselves, like I said earlier, to entertain themselves during the bored time. Because when a man is
Hold on, I'm
make
coming. I'm grabbing my charger real quick.
when a man is making his money, when a man is making money like Michael B. Jordan, there might be some boring times. When you have a solid dude like Michael B. Jordan seems to be, because we just see on the outside, but it looks like everything was all gravy on the inside. That's what it looks like. If she told it, it was all gravy. But what I'm saying is, I think Michael B. Jordan was her last lifeline. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. I can't speak on any. That's my opinion. I'll tell you when it's my opinion or when it's a fact. That's my opinion. I think that's her last lifeline. I think I think at this point she's going to be passed around in the industry. And who wants to roll up in the industry with a woman that's been with 10 to 12 people in the industry? We in the same room. We at the award show, and I
Yeah,
got
that's what I'm saying. Like
I got a girl
you got
around
a
my
good point,
arm
dog.
that's been with 10 dudes in the building.
Yeah, she dating dudes in the same like
Right. So
social
social
circle.
circles. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm
that's gonna make
saying
it.
that, and
I mean,
that's why
to
I
each his
say
own. I mean, shit. I
that
mean, it
goes
still might work
towards,
out, but like,
people ask why I say she's not wife material. That plays towards it. That she's not wife material because wives don't move like that. That's why I gave the example of Savannah James. That's why I
you keep
gave
going low. You kind of low. I can barely hear
that's
you.
that's why
Oh,
I
that's
talk
better.
about, Savannah James as an example. If you're trying to look to celebrities, if you're trying to look to celebrities for, to look up to, for example, so you can see, oh, okay, that's what you're talking about, Peter. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Savannah James. When you have people like Viola Davis, when you got people like Angela Bassett, people that don't move crazy, don't move all over the place. Oh, they just having fun. I'm pretty sure Angela Bassett had fun. I'm pretty sure that Viola Davis had fun. I'm pretty sure these girls had fun, but they did it in such a way where they kept their class about them. They did it in such a
Well, you
way
just ain't
where you
gonna.
didn't
You ain't
know.
gonna.
You didn't
You
know.
ain't gonna hear about that
They're
shit. Yeah.
right. You didn't go hear about they moving smart.
And
That's
they
what I'm
ain't going on
saying.
no talk show talking about I'm
Right. And that's what I'm
boss
saying.
and
Wife
like nah, they
material
kept they did it.
material.
Yeah, bro, they
It's
did
the
on the
way
low
they
low.
saying, it's the way they moving. I'm not saying that she can't
Like
move
dudes.
or date. Hold on, let me land the plane. I'm not saying that she can't move around and date. I'm not saying that she can't say things out of her mouth. I'm saying she gotta watch what she say, and she gotta watch how she move, and she gotta move correctly. So if she wants to get married in the future, it's there for her. It'll be an option. But now the
Yeah,
way she's moving, if she keep moving the way she moving, when she gets older, that option is gonna be gone. You know what she's gonna have to do? She can get married. She could get
gonna have to
married,
settle.
but she's gonna have to settle, right, for a lesser guy, just like Nicki Minaj. She got a guy that didn't even get that no one knows about. That's a regular dude that ain't make that don't even make good money. That he don't even make money like that.
Yeah, wasn't the rappers and none of them
He
don't not
right.
even
So she
wife.
had to get somebody else. And now guess what? Nicki Minaj married. She got a baby. She's a mother. She's carving out an okay life for herself. But I promise you, I promise you, you
I mean,
thought
she
she would
might
have
be
been.
happy though. You know what I'm saying? You
I'm
can't
not
say
saying
that.
she's not happy. I'm not saying she's not happy, but if from the outside looking in, you thinking, all right, Nicki Minaj supposed to be with somebody famous, somebody that make plenty of money that can, if she want to, she could stop rapping today. No, Nicki Minaj gotta keep rapping because the dude ain't making the money. You see what I'm saying? And so
Yeah,
that's
she
what I'm
gonna have to be the
saying.
breadwinner through the
Right.
long
So
term.
she's quote unquote settling. I don't think it's settling, but hey, to women, it's gonna be settling. And so she got to come to a quote unquote lesser man. But I'm not gonna, call that man a lesser man. But in women's eyes, he will be typical man.
Well,
Because it
that's
ain't
how the men look at it. I mean,
right. That's how we
compared
look
to
at it too. Yeah, because it's not hypergamy. You're not getting somebody that can just, to retire
well, she
you.
can just sit back in the cut and just be a lady of leisure. She ain't got to do all the hard work and sweating.
Right.
I
But now
know it
she
sounds
do.
good early on, but like when you an older woman and you like in your 50s, bro, like you don't want to do all that hard work, man. Like let that man go out there and slave.
Right.
Like
And I was talking to somebody to um today that we spoke about this, like I think 2 weeks ago, and she was talking about her mother, and I was like, why y'all always come on my post talking about y'all personal business? I do not want to talk about your personal business. I want to talk in general, and then you
When
could
people
take.
see like that be tripping me out. Like people will see it in like
Yeah,
personal
like
terms.
nah, but what she was saying,
Bro,
she was
talk
talking about
about
her mother,
celebrities.
her mother divorced her dad, and she's in her
Yeah,
70s
that
right
must
now.
be.
Hold on, wait. She
Yeah,
in her
that's a lot.
wow, she in her 70s right now. She working and she loving it. No, she not. She's in her 70s still working, and she's loving it. What? Like if she don't get up today, she can't. She ain't gonna eat. She loving it at 70 something years old.
That don't sound fun, man.
That
That's
don't
rough.
sound fun, man. But she tried to sell it to me, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I didn't want to tell her that. I'll say it right now because I didn't really want to
No,
tell
I
her
ain't
that.
saying to like hate or nothing, but that's just I ain't trying to.
Right,
I know I ain't
right.
trying to
That
be
I
with
know. Like my parents and I
or
and I,
want
and
my
I don't like
daughters
to.
to.
I don't like to use my personal situation, so I'm not gonna get too personal. But my parents, man, they've been married for over 40 years, man, and they retired. They chilling right now. Like they got their business. They got they doing they. My dad was in the military, and they good. Like they don't have to lift a finger. My mom could just do whatever she want, and she's in her low 60s right now. So it's
Yeah,
just like
city.
that's what I'm saying. That's how it's supposed to be. Y'all take care of each other, interdependency where we both coming together and taking care of each other, man and woman, taking care of each other. Right? When you talking about ride or die, that's real ride or die, boy. You sign that paper, that dotted line, and you talking about we gonna do death to us part. That's ride or die, bro. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like people be dating people talk about, oh, he my ride or die, she my ride or die. No, it's not. Till you sign that dotted paper and you give your life over to where if something happens to me right now, guess what? My wife can call and be like, I'm his wife. And then they'll say, yes, Miss Anderson, blah, 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 blah. And they will tell her. But if she was just my girlfriend, they were like, I ain't telling you nothing. You don't belong nothing. You don't get no rights to nothing.
Yeah, you have a point. You got a point,
You see what I'm
definitely.
saying? So marriage is woman's security. And marriage when a man gives a woman
Yeah, he
marriage,
was likely to leave, bro.
right, but see this right. So the marriage is a woman's security, and to show that a man wants to secure you and protect you and keep you and give you security, he will marry you. But you have to be found worthy in his eyes, and you have to move a certain way in his eyes to be found worthy of him securing you in that type of way. You see what I'm saying? He'll
Well, I think
probably date
sometimes
you.
like people forget, Pete, that like the guy has to the lady expects him to only have eyes for her, only desire her sexually, all these things, right? He's got to provide, be stable, which is understandable. But on the flip side, it's like they expect. I feel like it's promoted that they don't really have to put work into their self. You know what I'm saying? It's expected the man's got to just constantly work on himself and do this and do this. It's like, well, what do you have to do to
Right.
make this thing work? You feel me? Like,
Man,
I think I see that. I see that a lot with men, like trying to communicate that, but it comes across like maybe they're like angry. But I'm like, nah, it's like the men are telling you what the issue is, and instead you want to argue instead of like trying to meet halfway. Yeah, I
right.
just don't understand it, bro. It makes no sense to me.
And
But at the same time, it's like, well, you want to argue with the ones that have to buy the ring and propose, and you want to argue with them about what the wife should be doing, but they're the ones that pick them. Yeah,
mhm.
it doesn't make no sense to me, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm not making sense. That's just how I look at it. It's just wild to me,
And,
the way things are right
you
now,
know,
man.
you on point, man. You speaking, and I want to say this to a woman that might be listening, because what's been happening, especially in the black community, we have been sold a dream worse than any other community. This is why we are not coming together. This is why this this relationship, this war of the genders is so traumatic in our community. It's like we've really been sold a lie. We went from in the 1960s to being 85% married to where women are 26, 25% married. It's like we've been so we it's like we've been so divided when all we have to do is listen to one another. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. And I love my black sisters. I'm an activist. People don't know who I am. I'm an activist. And I was on the front line doing Black Lives Matter for my black sisters that have lost they sons to police violence. I was on the front lines. I was challenging white people doing this. So trust me, I love my black sisters. But when I say, hey, y'all have to start listening to us men, you have to do that just like we have to listen to you guys. You listen to us, we listen to you, and it works like that. That's how we get that good chemistry. That's
It don't
how
play out that it don't it doesn't typically play out that way though. It's usually a fight.
right. That's what I'm saying.
But you only see that in our community. You don't really
Right,
see that
we
in
don't.
other
Right, we
communities.
see it in other community, but everything is worse in our community because it's been
That
like that for
dynamic, yeah.
design, and we need to know that it was by design, and that's why we fight the way we do. We don't need to
It's
fight.
crazy, bro.
We
You
just
got,
need
and
to
I hear
listen
this a
to each
lot, bro.
other.
Like you got brothers that'll go out every day. He'll go to work, got to go to work, deal with his boss, deal with fighting with his boss. Trying to move up in the company. Then he driving home, and he got to worry about the police gonna stop him, and if they gonna mess with him. And then he gets home, and then he's trying to like lead his family, and then he has to fight with his wife about what should be going on. It's when it should be. It's more pushback in our community. I see that more in our community. It seems like in the other communities they allow the men to. They're more acceptable of the men leading. I guess you should say.
But
Like the dynamics, the home dynamics are a little bit different.
to be
Just something I
honest,
noticed. Man.
bro, you ain't wrong because this is what it is, man, and we need to wise up about this because we need to realize it's a trick. We need to realize that it was set in motion this
Yeah,
way.
to divide us, and it's working.
But look, it went from the fall from quote unquote Adam and Eve from the Bible. Bro, let me just tell you something, man. And somebody brought it to my attention um recently, and so it reminded me of it. One of when God banished Adam and Eve from the garden because of the original quote unquote sin, God told Adam what his punishment would be for disobeying him. And then he told Eve what her punishment will be. That's why he said, that's why women will travail in childbirth, why it will be so painful. He said, he also talks about why your desire will be for your man, but y'all will fight. It's all in the Bible. Like it's like prophecy from the first book of the Bible, ancient text. This goes back to ancient text, and people are not realizing that this has been set up. But see, there's I believe there's grace for it, but we have to be wise about it, and we have to say, hey, this is what's happening, and we got to come to and say, hey, instead of fighting, listen. Instead of bickering, listen. You listen to me, I listen to you. It's a it's it will be it's a healthy thing. It's a productive thing. Just like, and it's kind of crazy because it's like women will go to work and listen to their boss. They might
Yeah,
they
and they
might they
come home.
might they might cuss them out in their mind or go somewhere else and cuss them
They
out,
ain't gonna say nothing
but they're
because they
not gonna
come home.
do it in his face. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And but when they get home to their man, they they cuss him out and make it hard for them. And that man is with them. That boss can fire you
and
tomorrow and
expected,
don't care
hey, and
about you.
expect, and that man's expecting not to cheat on them, only have
Right,
lies
nothing
for them.
cheat, not to everything, and to stay faithful and talk
It's
to them,
crazy, man. But you about to
talk to
roll
them
into a whole other
correctly,
topic, man. We're gonna say that for the
man.
next show, man. We hitting the hour mark, man. I don't want to stretch it out too long.
Right, right,
We
right.
go ahead. We'll go ahead. I'll let you go ahead and land the plane on this, man, and we'll call it a night, bro.
Yeah, but I do want to say this about the topic because we were talking about Lori Harvey. Ladies, please be be wary about how you moving. Be wise about what you say. Be wise about what you post on social media because you don't know who's watching. Your future husband, your future hubby might be watching. And see, I ran into a woman that said to me, "Well, if he's watching and he don't like what I post, then he ain't the one." Okay. See, a lot of people don't realize that they could block their blessing by not having the right attitude. Your attitude determines your altitude. And I grew up hearing that from my dad. I'm like, that's so true, man. when you happy and when you have a good positive attitude, people want you around. You know what I'm saying? Certain promotions you can get just by being a person that has the right attitude. The boss tell you something and he know, oh, I'm stretching this person, but if you have the right attitude about it, he be like, he gonna think about you in this promotion. You had the right attitude. You see what I'm saying? So we have to realize that everything that we do, especially in this day and age, is being watched. There are some things and some women that they're just right there and they can get those better outcomes, but they just have to tweak a couple of things. And that's why I'm gonna do soon. I'm gonna do some private sessions and show ladies how to really, just tweak a few things, and I promise you the different outcomes will come for you. I'm telling you, like certain things on your social media, certain things stay away from posting, certain things stay away from saying, certain things, certain pictures stay away from showing. I promise you, you'll start attracting the right dudes that have better intentions for you. I'm telling you, and it start changing you, and you start becoming a changed person on the inside. I'm telling you, but yeah, but that's what I want to say. Like, some women are just right there, but they just need to tweak some things, and they good, man. They good money, but they gotta listen. Yeah, if you can't fight with me every time I say something, I'm saying something from the heart, and I'm saying something not to be mean. I'm saying something to be real with you because I want to see you win. Period. That's all I gotta say, man.
All right. All right. Well, we appreciate y'all joining tonight, man. It was a good episode,
Yeah.
man. We got to go ahead and talk about some good topics. Um, I'm surprised more people ain't come here and try to tear your head off, man, because they've been going up. They've
Yeah,
been
they were
going
they were
in on
going
you.
ham.
On
They probably was
Facebook.
tired. They were probably tired in this all day, man, going back and forth with me. They were tired, man. It was like,
Next
let me
time,
get off
man,
of
just don't respond. Just be like, come to the podcast, man.
right, right. Yeah. I was going in today. Yeah, I was
I
going in
see, man. That's
today,
what I was looking. I
man.
was just over here cracking up, laughing. I was like, boy,
Yeah, I was going in
people get very
today.
upset about this stuff, man. I'm like, man, it's
Yeah.
not that deep. We celebrities, man.
Right. But yeah, but it's
But
I
all
mean
right,
it's a
bro.
lesson learned, man. We can learn lessons from celebrities, we can learn lessons from people down the street, we can learn lessons from people we view on social media, man. It's all lessons. I don't look, bro, I don't go on social media and see myself just consuming social media. I always look at something and say, what can I learn from what's happening right now? Like, I watch a movie and I don't just watch a movie. I watch a movie and say, like, man, what is the writer trying to tell us? Like, what's the lesson? What's the moral of the story? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I really do. Like, people live this life and not be getting lessons from life. Like, I'm just like, what are you living for? Like, life is just a series of lessons that you learn, and you either take that lesson and you grow from it, or you take that lesson and you don't grow. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I say, man. Like, people can look at celebrities, people can look at anything and find a lesson in it that they can learn from. And that's what I want y'all to do with my post. Take a lesson that you can learn from.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining the Night Petty Podcast. We out, man.
All right, man. We out.